Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do the Vanessa makeup and hair look from the new live action Little Mermaid, and I love a great Disney villain. I find that some of the best villains in animated movies are women. They just take it to that next level. I see Vanessa as a femme fatale in all the best ways. I loved the cartoon version of her, and I love the look of the live action as well. And it's actually just a fun and very wearable look. Doesn't look costumey, which I really appreciated. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to use my Chi curler. I'll put a link to it in the description. This one is great for old Hollywood curls. And I have an in-depth tutorial on how to use this curler. It's a 1940s hair tutorial, but if you need help figuring out how to use this one, it was tricky the first time I used it. I just didn't get how the curl went in. So if you're interested in this one, go check out that tutorial too, and it should hopefully tell you everything you need to know. So I've just sectioned the top half of my hair up, and the curls that Vanessa sports in the movie are all going toward her face. It makes it really beautiful and romantic and a bit unexpected. Normally, I always curl my curls away from the face, so to see this was very exciting, something new to try. I have my heat protectant in. I'm using the Foxy Bay heat spray. I really like this one. Doesn't necessarily work any better than other brands, but this one has a very nice smell, so if that's important to you, I think I got this one at TJ's, and it seems to protect my hair. It still feels nice and healthy after all of these hairstyles that I do. Okay, so to get this look, I'm just going to start about a third of the way down. I do want to maintain some of that flatness on the top, and then we'll give it some volume at the end. And we have a beautiful curl. If you have trouble with curling irons like me, sometimes it's just hard to get that curl that you want. This one just takes all of the guesswork out of it. So I'm going to go ahead and curl all my hair forward, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alright, so now you can see these beautiful curls. Right now they are looking a little bit like banana curls, but all we're going to do is just gently comb these out so that they all mix together, and then we have really beautiful, what I think of as a very vintage or Hollywood, old Hollywood look. Alright, so now I'm going to repeat the process, curling toward my face. Alright, so the bottom section is done. I'm loving the way it looks so far. Now we can just move on to the top. And you do want to make sure that you have a nice side part. So I'm just going to continue curling inwards. Alright, so once we get to this section here, this is about a 3-inch section on the top, and mine is much shorter than the rest of my hair. I have some overgrown bangs, some of my layers in here, and so what I'm going to do is go nice way up here so that the curl starts much sooner than the previous curls. And again, right here, right up as far as that can go. So now I'm just combing it out so we get those really beautiful, almost waves rather than curls. And on the smaller side, so whichever one your part is closest to, I'm just going to gently tuck that behind the ear. And I'm going to secure mine in place with a bobby pin. Just to make sure that it stays right behind the ear where it should be. And now I want a bit more of a swoop up here. So I am just going to go in, gently tease that area, as well as the next little section here. And our hair is done, so now we can dive right into the makeup. This is a very simple makeup look, but just a couple little elements that are reminiscent of the classic femme fatale. So I'm just gonna start off with my L'Oreal Collagen Cream, and this is super hydrating, and I find that when I use this, it soaks into the skin and allows me to put my foundation on top in just a very smooth finish. Next, I'm going to be using my Lancome. This is in the color 370. I found that this is a really great match if you have olive skin. I don't know, light to medium in my summer color. And this one just has a beautiful feel and a beautiful finish. And I like to go in with a nice flat brush to apply that. I find it helps carry the makeup without absorbing it or leaving big streaks. And you can get to every area of the face. And of course, I just think that's a really nice match. Makes me feel good when my face matches my arms. So next, I'm just gonna grab my Anastasia. This is the Blush Trio in Cocktail Party. And I'm going to use a combination of the palest pink and this brighter pink. Almost looks red in this light. So I'm just gonna start with the paler color. Brush that right on my cheekbones, and then just that darker color up toward my hairline to give it a little dimension. And I look very shiny right now. It's very hot. I don't have air conditioning at the moment, so I apologize for the extra dewy skin here, but we can go ahead and fix that once we get to our setting powder. Now she has a really natural look, as I mentioned, so I don't want to do a heavy highlight contour. So I'm just going to grab my Trait Stick. Here we go. And this is in a nice light color for highlighting. Has a bit of a shimmer, which I love. And just using this to give my face a bit more of a pop. Next, I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty Contour Bronzer Stick. This one is in the color Cinnamon. And just give these cheekbones a little extra help. and go ahead and contour my nose while I'm at it. Alright, now I'm just going to take this shine down a little with my Bobbi Brown. This is the Sheer Finish Loose Powder, and I have mine in warm neutral. This is great if your skin is a bit more tan. I can't wear this one in the winter because it is visible on very pale skin, so that's just something to keep in mind if you are fairer than I am. Alright, so now we have just enough of a glow without looking shiny and sweaty. Now for the eyes, we're going to do a cat eye, but not with liner shadow. So it's a much more natural cat eye, but still gives that femme fatale look. So I'm going to use my Too Faced Chocolate Gold. This one is my favorite makeup palette, eyeshadow palette. If you've watched my other videos, you know I'm obsessed with it. I use it almost every day in my regular life. That being said, I'm focusing on the neutral colors, so any neutral palette you have will work just fine. So I'm going to start off with Rollin' in Dough, and this is just a very pale color, and pop that right in the corners, inner corners. And next, So Bougie. I've looked this up multiple times and I still can't pronounce it correctly, but it's just a sandy brown. And I'm going to put that all across the lid. And now I'm just going to give that a very soft, gentle blend. I'm going to grab my favorite angled brush here. This one is from Bare Minerals, but I've had it for about 15 years, so I don't know if they still sell it, but it's just a really nice, sturdy, angular brush. And I'm going to start by choosing Cocoa Truffle. This one is a deeper brown. And I'm sweeping that right over the upper lash line and winging it out. Also inner corner. And because of my eye shape, my eyes go up right about here. I leave the shadow off that to give the illusion that I have more of an almond shaped eye. If you have naturally almond eyes, of course, just line the whole thing. All right, now I'm just gonna grab this black called Decadent, and I'm just going to take a touch, one little tap, and gently mix this in with the brown. That way it'll still have softness about it, but it'll be not quite as subtle. And now that that's in place, I'm going to use a Q-tip and just give it an extra gentle sweep to pull the liner out a bit more. There we go, just so it fades as it goes out. Now for mascara, I'm going to use my Maybelline. This is the Lash Sensational. And I love this one because it doesn't clump and it still looks natural, but quite a bit more dramatic than my regular lashes. So just to show you the difference here. And of course it's very affordable. And that's another reason I love it, especially since mascara is one of those makeup products you don't want to keep for too long. In a lot of my recent videos, I've been using my Guerlain mascara, and I love that one too, but I've been using it so much because I want to use it up before it goes bad. Otherwise, it seems like a waste of money. With something like this, I think if I only use half of it, it was maybe $5, so as opposed to $50. For my brows, I'm going to use the Maybelline Brow Express. I use this in most of my videos. I just love this little tiny tip it has. Makes it perfect for recreating brows. I think it looks quite natural. And I'm not doing anything fancy here with the brows, just filling them in so that they're not quite as sparse. To again maintain that natural but not natural look. And last step is the lips. I'm going to use my Italia Deluxe. These are my favorite lip liners. I don't use anything else anymore. This one is in the color Pink Blossom. So it's a nice bright pink I normally don't wear. I'm never sure if pink tones look good on my skin, but it is such a big part of the look. Of course, giving it a try. And I'm just gonna line my lips and then we'll get to the lipstick. For my lip color, I'm choosing a L'Oreal lipstick. This one is called Romantic Rose. And the beautiful pink color, my children did get to this one, so it's only a sad little bit left here, but it still works. And they had fun smearing it into the rug. So if anyone knows how to get lipstick out of carpet, please let me know. And this is the finished look. I love the softness, the naturalness, but I also love that there's a definite nod to the femme fatale 1940s. And this was quite an unexpected look, I thought. So kudos to the makeup artist who created this beautiful look for Vanessa's character in the live action. I thought it was so refreshing to see, rather than the very heavy winged eye, the red lipstick, which I still love, but again, it's a nice subtle change that even makes the character a bit more frightening because she's so innocuous, and if we hadn't already known the story, might not have seen coming. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and let me know what other looks you'd like to see next. I do love recommendations, and I will be getting my AC set up sooner rather than later so that I'm not just sitting here in the heat. And if you've noticed, I'm changing things up in this room, so I apologize for the empty picture frame and the chair in the corner there. Hopefully things will come together quickly, so in the next video we don't have quite so much clutter back there. And I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next video.